I was scared that there were sharks and they were going to bite my toes.
So he let me get in the water.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Let's do the podcast. It's a big day, the day after George Jetson's birthday.
I saw that.
Yeah.
How crazy. This cartoon set in the future, and he was born on July 31st, 2022.
That's
So
crazy.
somebody gave birth to
the hell
George
is that?
Jetson yesterday.
Yeah.
Does that mean in 40 years we get a Futuraka cycle?
That's right.
Yeah.
When does, what was the dog's name?
Rostro.
Rostro. Yeah. And what was the dumb little kid's name?
Elroy.
His
And the
boy Elroy.
Rosie the robot.
Jane, his wife.
Was Gazoo in that? Or
No.
that was...
No.
But they did have a crossover.
They did have a
They
cross.
did.
That's what I
They did.
thought.
That's right.
Well, that was when the Flintstones met the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also met the Scooby-Doo cast once where Astro and Scooby-Doo met, didn't they?
I don't remember that. Scotty B,
I
our
don't know. I
authority
think that
on...
gray dog was his cousin or something.
Okay.
Well, from the future.
But all this hype is going off of Wikipedia, though.
Yeah?
It's not like George Jetson was announced on the cartoon The Jetsons that he was born on July 31st.
It must have been.
Yeah, they must have had a birthday.
They must have
Yeah,
had a
but
birthday.
Wikipedia, guys, you know, is
Or
wrong
someone
half
just
the
made it up.
time.
Who's going to make that
Wikipedia,
up?
actually, that's a
The worst.
misnomer. Am I using that word correctly, Gandhi? Misnomer?
Misnomer may be a misnomer. Depends on how you mean
but
it.
it's a fallacy. Not phallus.
I gotta
a
say-
fallacy.
Yeah,
Wikipedia is actually mostly right. Contrary to what people believe.
Except when people change the Elvis Duran morning show
Well,
page
that.
and they
And
get it
also-
wrong all the time.
We've had artists come up here and we've taken things off Wikipedia and they go, "Where'd you get that from?" They're like, "That's not right."
You know,
So-
growing up watching the Jetsons, I had a crush on Judy Jetson, the daughter.
Yeah.
I did. Didn't
That's
you?
not weird.
It's not weird?
No, not at
Would you do it
No,
with a...
she was hot and rich. Well, she wasn't rich, but she acted rich.
Judy Jetson was pretty hot.
Really?
You got to admit. I
so
think
of
she was
all cartoons, you would do Judy Jetson.
Jessica Rabbit.
I was
Jessica
about to say
Rabbit
Jessica
always.
Rabbit was hotter.
Always Jessica Rabbit.
Okay.
I got
Gandhi.
in trouble for that, by the way.
Who would you do, Gandhi?
Cartoons?
Yeah.
Or from the Jetsons? I don't know the Jetsons.
Cartoons in general.
Alan from Josie
Wait,
and
who is
Pussycats.
the... Oh, I'm never going
I
Fred.
was always into Aladdin because
Yeah.
he was a criminal and he was hot. And then also, I thought Prince Eric was kind of fine from The Little Mermaid, too. Dark hair, those blue eyes.
okay.
Hello, lady.
Okay.
Rosie
a
the
little bit
Robot?
of
Nate?
Simba.
Who's what?
Were you talking about Rosie the Robot?
Yeah, the robot
You
from the
wanted to do
Jetsons.
Rosie-
Yeah.
Hello,
Rosie the
Roy
Robot?
Boy.
Better get some WD-40.
I forgot about
Give me
Josie and the
some.
Pussycats. That whole band.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the whole band was hot
Yeah.
on that.
Can somebody explain anime to me? I'm not
Japanese
into it.
anime? Like
yeah,
what it means, or-
because I know like anime porn's like a big thing.
Oh, like hentai?
Yeah,
Hentai.
hentai. Like that's a big thing. So
I heard from other people.
Hentai, kill him with the no.
Yes, just defend everybody.
That's heads high.
Oh, sorry.
all right, let's move on. Gandhi, do you want to call somebody out in the studio, Gandhi?
Yes.
Scary, I swear to gosh.
What?
You're so
Gary
funny.
Jones.
What?
I love
platypus.
Skeery so much, man. I really do.
He's never moved or done exercise, I believe, in his whole life. And he tells us this all the time. But I witnessed it for myself when we were on a floaty attached to a boat and the rope that was attaching us came loose. We floated out to sea.
Didn't notice it at first.
None of us noticed it, to be honest, because we were all a little bit inebriated and having fun and talking
On
to
the
each other.
float.
Until at one point, one of the girls who was with us said, "Hey, guys, holy shit." And we look up, and the boat is far away. The current was strong. So we're starting to swim back as much as we can, like paddle on the little floaty. Finally, this guy throws out a life raft or a life, whatever the circle is, life
Preserver.
ring. And it's not close enough, so somebody has to jump into the water and grab it. So I did. And I'm swimming, holding on to the raft with 3 humans on it. I'm the smallest one there, swimming to the little circle. And we have video of the incident because our friend was on the boat actually recording this. Skeery didn't paddle. He just laid there like a seal and let all of us do the work to save his life.
Dude, you starfish.
I want to kill
There
him.
needed to be some
Starfish.
equilibrium on the raft. so it
No,
wouldn't
Skeery. We needed your momentum to help
God.
push it as
That is-
opposed to letting the smallest person pull all of you. I wanted to kill him.
So you think
Dude.
by moving over, you would stop the raft against the current that was already pulling 3 people out to sea?
He just laid
If we're
there.
going to be honest, I was scared that there were sharks and they were going to bite my toes.
So he let
my
me get in the water.
I didn't
my
want my
gosh.
feet in the water dangling because that's chum for
No,
sharks.
it's not.
But like, fuck the rest of us. He's like, tell me to safety. Oh my God, it's
And you know what? I remember being in like a water like that with my nephew, and swimming with a little kid is heavy enough. I can't even imagine with a Skeery Jones in tow.
Listen, I said, how much does this man weigh? I believe he was the heaviest person on that raft.
Yeah.
But I realized, like, in a life or death situation, I am absolutely going to sacrifice Skeery immediately. Whether we have to sacrifice someone or not, this man is dead weight.
And Skeery, we've all seen your feet. No shark is biting those things.
Yeah.
But Skeery's luck, a shark would bite it, and then the shark would die, and Skeery would survive.
I told him, I said, if I feel one bump, I'm pulling him in the water. He's going to be the bait.
What's so funny is, so Gandhi showed me the video, and you can see it on your Instagram.
Yeah, I'll go post it on Instagram.
This is for the camera? You want to do it?
Yeah,
No,
time.
what
By
are
the
you
time
gonna
this
say,
gets
Nate?
posted.
So I look, and I'm like, wait, no, he's paddling. And then I look, and it was just the motion of the waves that were moving his legs up.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, he's just...
I did start paddling toward the end.
You dick. No, you didn't. You actually stopped. As soon as I grabbed the life ring, then he stopped. Everybody stopped at that point. Okay, fine. The captain was reeling us in. But man, I was like, this dude is useless. So,
But you know what that shows you? If we went on Survivor, he'd be the first one voted off
We
the
talk
island.
about this all the time.
For
now.
sure.
100%.
I would kill him just off the bat. I would kill him in a
in
survival
Skeery's
situation.
defense, he was keeping the raft from floating away.
Oh, please.
He certainly was not.
He was.
No, like into the air.
I will come to Skeery's defense a little bit. Swimming is exhausting. It's like the most encompassing activity
let Gandhi
you
do
can
it.
do.
Sure is.
You know what I did?
Let me
yesterday?
tell you, Gandhi, how tired you should be.
Let me tell you.
So I got back from the trip. I didn't tell anybody this until just now. You're talking about exhausting.
You
your
walked to the
energy.
cab at the airport?
No, I got home and my buddy's like, "Hey, let's go to get some sushi in Hoboken." But the sushi spot, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go take an Uber at that point. So I'm like, "There's city bikes across the street from my apartment." No joke. If you open the Lyft app, all you got to do is scan the friggin' barcode, and it unlocks the wheel of the bike. And it had 8 classic bikes and 2 e-bikes. I said, let me get on a classic bike. So I literally got on a regular old school bike.
And Gandhi pulled it.
Yeah.
I pedaled to Hoboken.
Gandhi, get over here, quick.
Pedaled to Hoboken.
I'm holding the bike down.
After about the first 45 seconds, I started feeling it in my calves. I'm like, oh, these
45
muscles.
seconds.
I haven't worked these out in a while because these bad boys are starting to hurt.
Can I tell you, though, after I pulled them all in, Skeery would not stop talking about how exhausted he was. He said floating takes a lot out of you. Like, you have to use your core to hold on to this thing. Floating is so exhausting. I was like, I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you.
More the humidity and the sun beating down all day. And trying to keep afloat.
Well, that's because you were out in the open exposed to the sun while everyone else is in the water kicking.
And how do you not feel bad about like everyone else like paddling to safety? and
You've
you're just,
met
like,
him.
laying
Zero
there?
fucks given, Danielle.
It's fucking
I don't-
ridiculous.
you know I don't
And by the way, that bike ride you took to the sushi place, you live on the top of a hill and you rolled downhill to the sushi place. You didn't even pedal
And you
once.
probably Ubered home.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
If you want, I'm gonna show Danielle. I'm gonna show you guys the video, just so. And
let me
maybe
see.
I should. I'll
Show
post
it
it
to the
also. You
camera.
can see it. Well, I want Danielle to see it. Okay, here we go. Here comes the life raft. Okay, or the little ring. Got to swim to it. I'm swimming, pulling them. Now let's zoom in on Skeery.
What are you doing?
Fucking floating.
Oh my God, you're doing shit! Scary!
Gandhi, if that was sand, someone would have pushed him back in the water.
I wanted to kill him. I wanted to kill him. So I just wanted to put that all out there. Skeery Jones of no help.
At least I'm floating and I'm not sinking.
Maybe this is why he's
You're on
gotten
a
so far.
giant rubber mat. That's
This is
why you're
why-
not sinking.
This is why he's gotten so far. He just doesn't. He doesn't put any effort in. That's
No
why.
effort.
Well, if you recall, I don't
Floating is
have much
exhausting.
experience with pools because I never had one. So maybe I would have learned these basics growing up had I had a pool.
Skeery, we
like
were telling you to kick your feet and paddle. We were telling you. I said, Skeery, you got to do something, man. Something has to happen.
I
know
was
how to
afraid
swim?
I was going to do the wrong thing.
Do you know how to swim?
You did do the wrong thing.
Can you float, Scary?
Can you swim?
Yeah, I can swim.
You can't float, though.
I can float and swim. Yeah.
Like a root beer float? What kind of
I
float?
can float.
Okay.
No,
But
I
it
can.
exhausts him. Floating exhausts
No, I
him.
can do it.
It is
So
exhausting.
if this was Lord of the Flies, you guys,
Sacrifice immediately.
yeah, this you remember the
Oh.
book Lord of the Flies? Did
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
read it? Skeery would be Piggy,
Yes.
who they're like
Okay.
trying to protect.
Even if you
and-
never read Lord of the Flies, Scary would be Piggy.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Kind
you're
of
right.
explains it.
But I wouldn't try to protect him because after what I saw and we experienced, I think we have to sacrifice him immediately.
You guys
for the
are
better
all
good
making
of
fun of
us.
Skeery, but he got a little sunburn on his back just laying there.
Oh, yeah.
He did.
Wait, do you know how to swim, Skeery?
I do. Yeah, they asked me. I know how to swim.
Like like a
Just
puppy.
checking.
Yeah,
He's
no, I
refused
do.
to do it.
Yeah, well,
I do.
I don't get it.
I will say though, if I'm in a pool like of 8 feet and I'm in the pool, it
Tread
takes
water.
a lot. It's very exhausting to keep yourself up doing a doggy paddle.
I've never seen Skeery swim in a pool. Has anyone seen Skeery in a pool other than him standing there filming other people in the pool?
No, normally he's just standing there with a drink in his hand.
And he Instagrams the other people in the pool.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, because it's usually 4 feet or less.
Right, he just stands there with a
How
phone.
deep was this water?
I don't know. It was the middle of the
It
ocean.
was the ocean Skeery, probably like 6 feet, maybe 7.
And I was swimming, and I'm like, the water's really warm. It is freaking Shark Week. This is going to be terrible. This is horrible.
No, it's not Shark Week, it's
Damn it.
Skeery.
And Skeery should be easier for you to swim and float in the ocean because it's salt water. You'll be more buoyant.
Right.
In a pool, you're going to
I think we were in a creek. What were we? Indian what?
We were not in a creek.
It was called Indian
I have no
Channel?
idea where we were.
Ocean?
I don't know where we were.
You were still in the ocean, though,
We're
right?
in
It
the
was
ocean.
not the ocean.
Yeah, that's a part of the
No, we
ocean.
were in a
They're in the
channel,
kiddie
right,
pool.
Froggy?
Right, but it's a part of the Atlantic Ocean. It's still connected
Where
to
do
the
you think
Atlantic
the water
Ocean.
comes from, Skeery? You think it's like a
think he would've
puddle?
died?
It was an isthmus.
If you weren't there, Gandhi, would he have died? What do you think?
I think if I weren't there, there's a chance they would all still be floating at sea.
Skeery, you know what I did yesterday?
I have faith in the other girl who was with us that she probably would have done something.
Yeah.
Instead, she was
but
filming.
These guys, no. I'm talking about the one who was on the raft with us.
Cheryl.
Yeah. I think
Scotty
Cheryl
B,
probably
what did you
want
want to say?
I said, you know what I did yesterday,
What?
Skeery?
What?
I rode my bike from my house to Jones Beach and then went in the ocean and swam.
Look at you.
Wow. How many
Wow,
miles is that?
Yeah, for those who don't know.
It's 20 miles.
That's like a tough mutter, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's a biathlon.
That's like
So
a
you
tough
slept
mutter.
with a guy on the way there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scotty, I'd pick you to be on a team well before Skeery Jones.
Red Rover, send Scotty on over.
Yeah. Scotty
Well,
can.
but please, I'm no picture of health or workout by any means, but I just like to ride my bike.
How many
Right.
miles was that?
It was 20 miles
20.
round trip.
You're like American gladiators next to
Well, yeah.
Stereo.
Guys,
He
in all
does like to
fairness,
ride his
Skeery
bike.
had none of this in Brooklyn growing up. He's
Yeah.
from
That's right.
Brooklyn.
Didn't have a pool.
I had
He's
a
from-
bike.
he's
They
from
stole,
Brooklyn.
they stole my mongoose out
You
of
were
my
a
shed.
volleyball away from being Tom Hanks in Castaway. Just laying on the raft.
No,
You know-
you laughed. They stole my mongoose out of my fucking shed.
And that was the last time I ride a bike
and
despite those
that is
bastards.
why you will never participate in a group activity.
No, I was miserable.
Did somebody steal your boat and raft someday?
How much you pay the
my
kids to
blue
steal your bike?
mongoose, man, I miss it to this day. That was the best bike
Was that
ever.
the last time you rode a bike, your blue mongoose?
No, I got a 10-speed once, but it just sat in the closet and collected dust.
So then, no, you didn't ride it. is what-
What about a city bike? You ever ride that?
Today?
Yeah, you did
yesterday for the
yesterday.
first time.
You know, when you told that story about the city bike, I was half expecting for you to say that you made a U-turn and got the electric bike.
I was going to
Pedigo.
No, I
Oh,
pedaled.
for sure. I'm actually very surprised you got a
I
regular
pedaled.
bike.
I pedaled to
pedaled.
Sushi Lounge.
It's your penance.
You should do it today.
But
Get into
no,
it.
my calves hurt today from pedaling.
How far?
We'll let them out of the cages.
How far
This
do
is
you
what
think you ran? I mean, how far do you think you pedaled? Was it 2 miles?
It's
a
about
mile?
a half a mile.
And your calves hurt.
Are you kidding me? It's
Half
a
a
half a
mile?
mile and you rode a bike?
Hey, on your way there, did you
I hate
stop
you.
for a snack?
What was the TikTok drink you made?
Oh, we made it. Oh, yeah, the TikTok challenge. They say that if you mix Mountain Dew, 1 part Mountain Dew with 1 part light beer, you get the most amazing tasting drink ever. And we tried it at the bar, and it is delicious.
Really?
Yeah, delicious. And you don't even realize you're drinking alcohol, but you are. And then some British person jumped into my DMs is like, that's called a shandy, and the Brits have been doing it for thousands of years.
It is.
I don't
called
know about
a
They've
thousands.
had Mountain Dew for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Well,
they
no,
did.
it's
Do
not
the
really.
Dew.
It's not called Mountain Dew there. I don't think.
Whatever, it's a similar flavored soda mixed with beer.
If the
Okay.
British invented shit, we wouldn't have left. Right?
Can you? How insulting is that when I live with a British person?
Well, he left also.
Well, he left. Well, yeah, but we go back all the time.
I love Sheldon. He's smart enough to come to America also.
But we go back.
I bet Sheldon would have paddled on the raft.
100%.
For sure he would have.
Not like Skeery.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we done?
He's got
Frog?
soccer feet. He'd be good at it.
Yeah, we're out of time.
All right. Been a great podcast, everybody. Bye.
He's going to take a nap.